Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Ahmed Reza. Ahmed Reza is the founder of Yobi, one of the fastest growing AI communication apps for business, and the co-founder of TrepHub, a nonprofit dedicated to building startup ecosystems. Ahmed is a serial entrepreneur with a background in AI and software engineering. After selling his last venture, he realized that small businesses and startups have trouble scaling customer-facing teams like sales and customer service, and that he could build a platform that made it easy for businesses to successfully build these teams. Yobi is rapidly growing and now has over 11,000 business clients. Well, good afternoon, Ahmed. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Brian.
Absolutely.
Great to be here.
Absolutely. This is awesome. We were talking just before we hit the record button. I've traversed the globe to about 40 countries or so, and just getting to meet someone every day, even if it's in the US, it's great. But traversing the globe, meeting new people, sharing energy, getting to share their story with a global audience is just really something that gets me out of bed every morning. So thank you for coming on. And Ahmed, we're going to jump right into these questions. You've got quite the career in technology. You were a software engineer, a serial entrepreneur, and now the founder and CEO of Yobi. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
I guess the thing that really motivates me, that moves me, in one word, would be grit. Being a Marine yourself, I'm sure you have some experience with grit and perseverance. I'm an immigrant myself. I moved to the United States in '95 and basically got to see different worlds in my life. In my own lifetime, I feel like I've lived many lives. I've been traveling recently a lot as well, just trying to understand things from different people's point of views. I have a team all around the world. I've had that kind of a team for the last decade or so. And it's just really incredible, the drive, the motivation that you get just from being able to wake up every morning and work in technology and help define the future. And that's how I felt as a software engineer, getting started in the beginning. I'm sure you remember the year 2000 was 2001 wasn't necessarily the greatest time to suddenly become a software engineer. We were worried that all of our jobs would get outsourced. The dot-com bust had just happened. But I really care about software. I really care about technology. I'm a geek's geek. So decided to stick it out, and turned out to be the right move. And the world is just trending more and more towards technologists, towards software, and more recently towards artificial intelligence. So transitioning from being a software engineer to being an entrepreneur in tech, I'd say it's just that grit. That's what it takes to get through college, right? So Cornell was known to be a particularly difficult software engineering program. The joke was a lot of people got into software engineering, but very few actually graduated with it. So I'm happy to say that I persevered through that, and through the ups and the downs, being able to play through the pain has been part of what motivates me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's totally awesome. And you're right. Grit is what gets the people through to see their end goal, or to see the vision through. And whether it's college, military, entrepreneurship, I think that's awesome. And everybody has a unique story. And I appreciate you sharing that with our audience tonight. So Ahmed, tell us a bit more about Yobi, the one platform for one conversation over phone, text, or social media.
Right. So a little bit of background. My previous company, I helped build some artificial intelligence that helped a lot of dentists do their marketing better. So the big innovation there was being able to record their inbound phone calls and then attribute which one of those phone calls came from which Google AdWords campaign. And this is just a subset of all of the calls and all of the communication that dentist got. And just by doing this, we were able to help drive around $400,000 in additional revenue to each one of these dental practices. I sold that company in 2018, and there was just this thing inside of me that said, more small businesses need to have access to better artificial intelligence, to better communication technology, quite frankly. Your traditional phone systems, at least in the SMB space, have been stuck in the past, while larger businesses have been able to get ahead. You go to Amazon, you tweet to Amazon, you send an Instagram messenger, they will respond back and they will, follow through on that relationship. That is much harder to do if you are a small business. It's also hard to make software for a small business because they can't handle a lot of complicated software. So during the pandemic, after this exit, I was sitting there going, this is something I really believe in. I want to build it. And I'm sure if I do build it, they'll come. That's not supposed to be what you do in Silicon Valley. You validate, but I just felt so strongly about it. We went ahead and built it. And I'm happy to say that it did work. And businesses did find us. They signed up. You sign up to our application. It's just simple business phone, very easy user interface. But your Twitter direct messages, your Instagram, your Facebook, WhatsApp, everything comes to this one inbox for your business. And you can share that application with your employees. So let's say I'm a car wash owner. I can respond to my customers wherever they find me. Like if I take a picture of a detail job that I just did, post it up on Instagram, the next person sees it and says, hey, I'd like to bring my car in, and sends a direct message. I'm able to see that in Yobi and respond from Yobi. And my customer doesn't have to know. And it could be me. It could be any one of the 5 other people that work for me. You don't need to buy new devices. It just works right there on your phone, on your computer, Android, iOS. We work everywhere.
That's awesome. Bringing everything together. Again, we're trying to solve a problem, right? And bringing all those platforms into one so people can focus on their business is just brilliant. It really is. And I appreciate you sharing some of the technology behind that, which really leads me, Ahmed, into the next question here, right? Because we're a tech platform. I've been in tech a long time. So we'd like to know that you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies in your tech stack. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Oh, absolutely. I think you've probably heard a lot about ChatGPT recently.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a hot topic right now.
Yeah. So I've been in artificial intelligence for quite a while. And in my career, I actually started out doing artificial intelligence for the Department of Defense in Stricom, and have been dabbling in it and have been working on it ever since. And up until recently, people have all sorts of thoughts behind artificial intelligence. But the way I saw it is how it could make our lives a lot easier. And it's really hard to sell artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, it's really cool, but like, hey, do you want 2 pounds of artificial intelligence, Mr. Dentist? Right? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
However, once you're getting inundated with messages, right? An AI assistant that just steps in and helps you, right? It understands what to say. It knows how to respond. Oh, it looks like they're asking about your business hours. It's okay. I'll take that over. Suddenly it's freeing you up. Suddenly it's supercharging you and augmenting you. That's sort of what we are building. Rather than trying to sell and intimidate our customer base by saying, hey, come buy artificial intelligence, saying, hey, you need a better communication mechanism to your customers. Sign up for this. Super easy, works on your smartphone. And I feel that even your average consumers today expect smart systems, right? You're used to your Android phone, your iPhone, knowing you, knowing where you're going, knowing the weather, and just helping you along throughout the day. And I feel if that similar experience happens for a small business owner, they would appreciate and pay for that artificial intelligence because they will realize the value of it and how much value it adds to their business. Like, you don't have to hire 2 extra employees because of this thing.
That's just amazing. And again, talked to many guests on the show that are working in that space right now with AI and machine learning. And it's just phenomenal what it's able to do and bring basically some some peace to the chaos in a lot of leaders, companies, entrepreneurs' lives. So I appreciate your share on that. And Ahmed, the last question for you tonight here. Can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in tech or entrepreneurship?
I think having a passion for what you do, to me, philosophy is extremely important. Knowing what you want to do and knowing which way you want to go, and taking the time to think about it and being deliberate about it, and then enjoying the journey subsequently is extremely important. Right? It's a lot of hard work, but you'll appreciate the hard work. It's like if you're playing a video game, initially you have to learn it, right? You have to spend some time and energy into learning it, but then after that, you absolutely love it. I feel like in my career, I can't believe I got paid to basically do what I get to do. So every day I feel like I'm playing a video game, right? It's amazing. It's so much fun. And the reason for that is because from day one, this was something I deliberately thought about and wanted to do. I thought about it very hard, and I take time off every year. I take a week off, like silent meditation almost, right? And think about, hey, is this what I want to be doing? And if I'm not happy, if something doesn't feel right, I course correct. And that's worked out pretty well for me in my own career, because it helps me through the tough times. It helps me persevere. It helps me focus. And the output seems to be incredible as well.
Thank you. I appreciate sharing on that. Again, what you've shared, your unique story, will help someone here in our audience, accelerate or learn something from your gems that you shared with us this evening. So I appreciate that. And Ahmed, it was nice. It was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Same here. Thank you so much, Brian.
Bye for now.